Hi. All right, so today I want to talk about your lymph system and how important it is for healing. Okay, so some people think that the lymph system um, is even responsible for all diseases, for cancers, for chronic fatigue syndrome, for all the diseases that sort of settle in our body because our lymph system is clogged. Think of it like a clogged sink. It's backing up and everything's not able to filter through, right? So we want our lymph system in good working order. So I just want to talk quickly about things that you can do. So you can kind of jump on a trampoline. If your kids have a big trampoline, you can even sit on it if you don't have enough energy and sort of bounce, right? You can do like a rebounder and do a little bouncing. But honestly, if you're tired and you don't have much energy, one or 2 minutes of that is going to wipe you out. So something that's even more important and powerful is lymph massages. And I'm going to go through a lymph massage with you in the next video, but I'm just going to start with like a brain sort of lymph drainage situation. So the first thing you want to do is just kind of loosen up your shoulder. You want to just roll. You're going to get this area working, okay? And then we want to go from our brain. So we're going to start at the top of our head and pull down. So we're going to want to just pull down the sides and the back. So just let yourself do this as much as you can through the day. Okay? And then we're going to start on our forehead. We're going to pull out and down. Okay? So once we've done sort of the top of our head, and you want to spend like 5 minutes maybe in this area, we want to start on the critical area, which is between our eyes and our eye pressure here. So there's a lot of pressure points here. So the first one I want you to do is hold here in between the bridge of your nose and just hold it. You can pull down, you can kind of rock back and forth till you get that spot. And we're just opening up the system and we're trying to drain. You also want to pull down. You'll feel bumps along the way. You'll feel, oh, that's a trigger point. If you get a trigger point, hold it, because we want to release trigger points on the way. So anything that's super tender, you want to hold. There's a really good spot to open up drainage. Okay, so we're kind of pulling down in here. Next, we want to go into the corners again, but we're going to go up around our eyes. You can also go underneath your eye. Here, back in the bone, you'll feel like a bump back there. This is where a lot of pain accumulates. You want to kind of get under it and in, and you'll feel 2 bumps sort of right, I don't know if you can see that, right there, up and in. So we want to hold in there, can pinch above it, and we're just going to hold to drain and drag, okay? So we're opening the lymph pathways and we're doing trigger points at the same time. We're going to do our cheeks. We're going to drag down our cheeks. There's also trigger points in your jaw around your ear. So kind of right here in this area, if you open your mouth and say this is your bottom row of teeth and this is your top row of teeth, right here, sort of not quite far back to your ear, right where they join. You want to hold this spot and hold it like a trigger point. You release tension. That's right. And back, go back a little further, go back to your ears, and then all the way along this ear section here, you want to hold trigger points in here if you find them, and you want to pull down, okay? So again, we're doing trigger points, and we're doing lymph dropping and dragging, okay, around this whole area. Next, you're going to come underneath your chin. There's a great trigger point under here where it connects, if you can see. Okay, you're going to hold trigger points in here. This trigger point here is amazing. Okay, it will loosen things up. Chronic headaches, pain, anybody with chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia, neurological pain, these are good. And then you're going to pull up. There's also a great spot here on top of your chin. You want to get, there's sort of a sort of 2 little bumps there, and you want to press on them and in. You'll feel that. Okay, and then we're going to drag. So once you loosen up the pressure points, and you can hold them for at least like 2 minutes at a time if you want, but then you're gonna drag down. So this muscle all the way down here, and this muscle all the way down here. So when you turn your head this way, this is the muscle. We want to do this side of it and find our trigger points, hold, drop and drag. You'll find a ton of trigger points on this muscle, and then behind it as well, on it, and you'll find trigger points. Just stay on them. Trigger points are something that hurt and radiate. Hurt and radiate. Just hold it lightly. Hold it until that hurt and radiation goes away. Could take a few minutes, and then you want to just keep dragging. Clear it. When you're done working on the trigger points, clear it with your lymph drainage. So we're dropping and dragging. You can drag out on your shoulders. You can drag out on this shoulder. And you work into this area. From the breast, you're sort of going to go up. You're going to pull and drag in from your lymph system, in and up here. We're sort of all kind of going to come into here. And then when everything's been dragged from front to back into this area, you're just going to pump it. There's like your collarbone here, sort of just below and above your collarbone. You can, at the end, just pump it. And that's going to bring it back out into the rest of your system to help you drain faster and better. So I'll go through a whole lymph massage with you later, but I just wanted to say how critical it is, and same with trigger points, to working out pain, but then also not stagnating it. We want that lymph to be dropped and dragged so it can get back into our system, and it can go through everything it needs to go through to get through the kidneys and the liver. And of course, you can do other things, some tea tonics, and just making sure that you're drinking lots of water so that you can help. Water is so important to drag and drop through that. Milk thistle tea will also help to cleanse your liver and just keep that working. But tons of fluids, movement, so even brisk exercise or going back and forth in this area, arm pulls back in this area, sort of side to side and back in this area, like a jumping motion, shoulder shrugs. We want to get this fluid moving. So that's why brisk walking is good, rebounding is good, dropping and dragging, dry brushing is good, taking your detox baths and drinking tons of fluids will help move your lymph, move stagnated lymph, and that will help clear things, clear pain, clear congestion, and get things working again. And then it'll eventually help to clear those chronic problems and also fatigue. So this is just something that you add to whatever you're doing. It's not going to probably do it alone, but it's certainly helpful. And you need to probably spend maybe 3 separate times a day doing it: morning, midday, and night. I find when you wake up in the morning and you're in your bed and you're sort of not sure, you don't want to get up yet, you can lay there and do it for about 15 minutes. Also, it's a good thing to do as you're lying down in bed right before you go to bed, and then find some time during the day to do it. So hope this is helpful, and I'll be back with some more lymph stuff another time.